Hey guys, welcome back to Trading with Sarah. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Sarah, and on this channel, I make videos on how to trade and invest in cryptocurrency. So if you're someone that wants to learn how to trade and invest in cryptocurrency, then make sure you subscribe to this channel and also join my free Telegram group so you can get started on your learning. All right. Now let's talk about Bitcoin. Okay, so in this video here, I just want to do like a quick price analysis for Bitcoin. It has been a while since I've done one of these videos, but I am back now. Okay, I am back now. I kind of miss making these videos, so that's why I decided to come out here and make this video today. So yeah, let's talk about Bitcoin. A lot has happened in the last few months here. Bitcoin recently had like a major pump here, which was completely unexpected. Okay, it was completely unexpected just because Bitcoin broke an uptrend, which it has been forming for the past year now. Like it's almost been a year that Bitcoin formed this uptrend, and Bitcoin recently broke it back in August, around August 16. That's when Bitcoin broke that uptrend. Let me just point it out to you. So right over here, this is the point where Bitcoin broke this uptrend that it was in. It was doing a very good job holding it, holding it. And then eventually Bitcoin, it broke that trend line. Now, whenever a trend line gets broken, okay, this is an uptrend. Okay, so whenever an uptrend line gets broken, what we expect is for the price to begin a new trend, which is basically the opposite of the trend that it was in. So in this case, the new trend that Bitcoin was supposed to start was a downtrend, and now the price target here for this breakout of this uptrend was 25,000. That was the first price target, and then the second price target was like around 19,000 and 20,000. This is where I was expecting Bitcoin to get to after it broke this uptrend. Okay, but this is not the case. Bitcoin managed to get to the first price target, which was 25,000. Okay, Bitcoin got there, went back to pump all the way back to 28,600. And this was okay. Usually when the price breaks, it breaks a support, it will go back to retest that support as resistance. And then after that retest, it will do something like this. It will just start falling back down. But this was not the case for this this pattern here. Bitcoin actually, instead of doing something like this, instead of Bitcoin coming, retesting, and falling back down, instead Bitcoin decided to, come, retest the resistance, drop a little bit, and then come back and actually pump all the way. It even broke the 30,000 resistance. There was huge resistance between 30,000 and 32,000, and Bitcoin surprisingly was able to break those resistance, which was like a complete shock. Now I was able to actually reanalyze the chart to just try to understand what happened. Why is it that Bitcoin, instead of dropping lower, it decided to actually pump all the way to 35,000? Like, why did that happen? I really took some time to really analyze the chart to see what happened. And guess what I found? I actually noticed that Bitcoin actually was able to find support right along this trend line right here. It actually formed this new trend line here, which is pretty hidden. A lot of people didn't see this. This is why, a lot of people actually lost money, because just like me, everybody was expecting for Bitcoin to drop lower, but there was a hidden uptrend right over here, which Bitcoin used as support to be able to pump to 35,000. Yeah, this is exactly what enabled Bitcoin to pump all the way to 35,000. Guys, I wish I had seen this, but I didn't see it, unfortunately. I just saw it after Bitcoin pumped. That's when I noticed that, yo, there's actually an uptrend line here that Bitcoin was able to use to pump higher. So yeah, now let's talk about where Bitcoin is heading. Now that Bitcoin was able to break this 30,000 resistance, it's now trading above it. Where can we expect Bitcoin to be going now? Okay, let's talk about that. All right, so currently Bitcoin is now currently trading at 35,272. Okay, now when Bitcoin pumped all the way to 35,000, you know, a lot of people was like, yo, okay, since Bitcoin pumped to 35,000, is possibly heading to, 40,000, That's why myself and a lot of people are thinking right now. But there's another thing that I noticed, okay? After this pump, Bitcoin actually has a huge, huge, huge resistance here, okay? There's a huge vertical resistance here. Let me highlight it so you guys can see. I'm gonna make it, you know what, let me make it yellow, okay? So you see this huge yellow line. Okay, yeah, so this is a vertical resistance that Bitcoin currently is facing. That's where Bitcoin is at right now. So there is no way Bitcoin can go to 40,000 as long as it's below this yellow line here. It cannot go to 40,000. Before Bitcoin can go to 40,000, it needs to break this resistance here. And so far, it seems like Bitcoin is having a hard time to break this resistance. So far, it has received like 3 daily candle rejection around this resistance line. So this is not a good sign. If Bitcoin keeps getting rejected along this trend line here, there is a high chance that Bitcoin is actually going to end up breaking back outside this trend line here, this uptrend line, and then possibly heading back to the trend line here, the one that helped it to pump all the way to 35,000, right? So if Bitcoin continues to get rejected where it is right now, so where it is 35,000. So between 35,000 and 36,000, that's where Bitcoin is finding huge resistance. So if Bitcoin continues to get rejected there, there's a huge chance we will dump back down to possibly 30,000 and 29,000 before we could potentially try to go higher to 40,000, okay? So this is what I see happening. Right now I'm seeing a lot of like bearish signals that is showing me that Bitcoin is going to end up dumping back down. It makes a lot of sense just because this resistance here, it makes a lot of sense. Anytime Bitcoin came near this resistance, you can see we receive massive, massive dump, okay? So, there's a high chance that might happen again. Now, if this does not happen, if for whatever reason Bitcoin actually ends up breaking this resistance, well, this will be a good news. This will actually enable Bitcoin to be able to pump all the way to 40,000 and possibly higher, okay? The next resistance, once Bitcoin breaks the 36,000 resistance, okay? The next resistance is sitting at around 40,000, and then we have some at 42,000. And then the major one would be around 47,000, around between 47,000 and 48,000. That's where the major resistance will be. So yeah, we'll see what happens, okay? I'll try to keep you guys updated on this. But yeah, this is it, guys. This is the analysis for Bitcoin. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to receive more videos like this. Also, make sure you join the Telegram group. It's completely free. I post, more analysis on there on a regular basis. So definitely join it. The link is in the description box below. Thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing day. I'll see you in the next video.